Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Friday evening guided meditation with me, Marisa. I've been here through the week doing some Koya for kids, a bit of jumping around and movement in the body, and this evening is about finding a place of stillness and calm at the end of the week. Hi, Lynn. So just waiting for a few more people to come on in before we begin for our bit of stillness and calm at the end of this week. Although it's strange to think it's the end of the week, things aren't really happening in the normal way. We're not really following normal structure. Feels like every night is a Friday night at the moment. So good evening, welcome if you're just joining. Just waiting for a few more people to hop on. Hello. So while we're just waiting for a few people to arrive, just find a comfortable place to sit. We'll begin with, hi Becky, we'll begin with a short sitting practice while we all arrive in the space. So just finding a nice place to sit. I like to sit on a little cushion. Nearly always got a cup of tea on the go. Often a bar of chocolate too. Welcome if you're joining us. For a bit of calm. Just a half an hour breather at the end of the week. So it's been a full moon week this week, and I have felt that. I've had quite a few kind of restless nights. I was going to say sleepless nights, but they're more restless when it's a full moon. I feel like my emotions are heightened, definitely. And yeah, there's a lot of energy fizzing for me. The full moon is a really good time for releasing and letting go. So what I found this full moon is that a lot of kind of feelings have bubbled to the surface. So maybe a bit of, how would I describe them? Maybe angsty emotions have come to the surface, and they've needed to be either vented or just released. So I've been feeling that this week. Feeling a bit calmer now towards the end of the week. Also been feeling a lot of what I should be doing. There's been a lot of shoulding, what I should be doing, and I've made a kind of conscious effort this week to release, let go of that, of the shoulding, and replace it with what do I feel like doing. You know, if I actually listen to myself or my body, what do I actually feel like doing, and drop into a place of authenticity. And I think with this, as my work has shifted to this kind of online platform, which is very different to the way that I usually work, I found myself working a bit differently, obviously, because it's a different vessel. Good evening to everyone who's just joining. Just having a little ramble about my week and how it's been with this full moon, just releasing stuff. And I think one of the things that have found myself doing is kind of working on ideas and scripts before I deliver a lesson. I guess partly to be prepared before I do something like this, like going live to, you don't know who's going to be in the session. So in terms of feeling prepared, I've been, doing that. But that doesn't really sit authentically with me. So I'm going off script tonight and meditating from a place of authenticity of where I am this evening. So I hope you receive my transmission, and I hope you receive whatever you need to receive this evening after whatever's happened in your week. So we've got a few people in now, and we're 5 minutes in, so we'll just do a short arrival practice just to all arrive in this space together. Might just bring music down a bit. Okay. So just arriving in this space all together, just sitting however you are right now in a comfortable position. I don't have any rules or regulations about how you sit. Just sitting in a comfortable place, whether that is on the floor, on a cushion, in a chair. But finding a position that maybe your back is straight-ish, in that comfortable position. And as you might just make yourself comfortable, maybe just have a feel into the sitting bones there, maybe a slight rock from side to side, finding your place of balance and stability where you're sitting. Maybe just allowing the hands to rest gently in your lap or on your knees, on your legs, again, wherever feels comfortable and natural for you. And just bringing your awareness, first of all, to the position that you're sitting in and the contact points between yourself and the floor or the seat that you're on. So the contact points between you and the ground beneath you, whatever is holding you. So the contact points may be obviously the bottom, your buttocks, the backs of your legs, maybe your heels, sides of your legs, sides of your feet. Just bringing your awareness to those places, making contact with the ground beneath you, whatever's holding you. And just seeing if you can surrender your weight just a little bit more. So surrendering the full weight of your body to the floor, to the container that's holding you, supporting you. And really beginning to have a sense of the weight of you going down. The weight of you going down, being held by that floor. And also having a sense of the height of you rising up from the hips. So those two polarities, the weight of you going down and the height of you rising up. And the front of your body is nice and softly open, a nice soft and open front. And a nice strong and straight back supporting you. So having a good sense of the body in this sitting position. The weight of you going down, the height of you rising up, the soft and open front, and the strong and straight back supporting you. Having a sense of an awareness of the shape of your body, the edges of your body. And bringing your awareness to the breath, gently rising and falling. And just noticing if the very act of bringing your awareness to the breath changes the breath in any way. I often find that when I bring my awareness to the breath begins to slow and begins to deepen a little. As I pay more attention to that nourishing breath. Noticing where in the body moves as you breathe. Maybe the belly is rising and falling, expanding and contracting as you breathe. Maybe it's more in the chest, gently rising and falling as the body breathes. Maybe there's barely any movement at all. No right or wrong, just noticing how the body breathes. And as your body breathes, as you're in this seating position, just noticing if there is any very subtle, very gentle movement that might be aligned to this breath. So noticing if the body wants to very subtly maybe rock forwards and backwards with the breath. Just playing around with some very subtle movements. And with this, just noticing that the movements will match the breath, the pace of the breath, not the other way around. The movements will flow with the pace of the breath. So maybe a gentle rocking backwards and forwards, maybe a very subtle side to side. It may even feel more natural to rotate. So a very slow rotation, like a circling of the heart. Just see how much you can slow that movement down in line with the breath. And with each inhale and with each exhale, relaxing into that subtle movement so that it really attunes with the pace and flow of the breath. So there's a nice rhythm. I think a little bit of movement in a meditation can be just really a really lovely way to release any tension or anything that might be stuck. The breath is just such an amazing tool for releasing any stuckness. If that's a word. And if you've been rotating or rocking in a certain way, maybe just try moving in a different way or changing direction. Just noticing how that feels. Being super aware of the breath and how this gentle, subtle movement marries up with your breath. As the breath is in flow, so is the body. Releasing whatever it needs to release. And then just gently coming back to your center. Bringing your full awareness to the breath, to the body sitting, to the places of contact with the ground or the chair. And gently coming back into our shared space, opening the eyes. So the breath is obviously a really useful tool for dropping into present moment awareness. So bringing your attention to the breath, or bringing your attention to the breath in accordance with the body, and a tiny bit of movement for me is a really good way to come out of my head, my thinking busy mind, and drop into the space of the body. So I find that really useful. So try and remember that breath, even if it's just stopping and taking a few nice deep breaths. It's really, really nourishing and really calming. Very useful tool. So we'll come into another practice, which you can choose for this one. This will be a kind of a still practice. We've had a little bit of movement and breath with that practice. So our next practice will be a still practice. So it's up to you whether you choose to stay sitting, or if you'd like to lay down and get a bit more comfy. If you feel like having a bit more of a relaxation session, then please be my guest and get yourself comfy, maybe under a blanket, maybe a little cushion under the head, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we'll call this our main practice this evening. So when you're nice and comfortable, if you're laying down, just having your legs straight out in front of you, not crossed at the ankles, having the legs separate and straight out, allowing the feet just to fall out to the sides. And with the, it's up to you how you lay obviously, but my suggestion would be to have your arms down by your sides, maybe a few inches away from the body, rather than on the body. But if that feels more comfortable and comforting to you, then that's absolutely fine, obviously. So coming to lay down or in a comfortable sitting position. Welcome if you're just joining. We're just about to move into another practice. So coming into a comfortable sitting position or a comfortable laying down position, whatever suits you. And so let's begin by, again, just feeling those contact points between the body and the ground. It's just always such a nice way to begin a meditation, to begin with those contact points. Once we can relax into the contact between the body and the ground, we can really begin to let go and feel safe in the knowledge that we're being held. So feeling those contact points on the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, the lower back, backs of the arms and the wrists, down the backs of the legs and the heels. So really bringing your full awareness to those contact points and knowing that you're being held, fully and that you're able to let go fully. So we'll just run the attention down the body again and just allow the body to let go of any areas of tension. So just checking through down into the back of the neck, releasing, relaxing the back of the neck and the shoulders, allowing them just to melt into the ground. The chest and the abdomen, just allowing that to release any tension that it's holding. Allowing the arms to feel heavy. Releasing any tension in the hips. And again, allowing the legs to feel nice and heavy. Letting go of any tension in the thighs or the calves or the ankles, allowing the feet just to fall out to the sides. So giving full permission to your body to relax and let go. You're being held. You can just release. And since we've had such a beautiful week of sunlight, I thought it'd be nice to have a sunlight meditation this evening. So bringing your attention first to the breath in the body. Noticing that rise and fall of the belly or the chest. Expanding, releasing. The gentle rise and fall of the breath in the body. And somewhere above the body, maybe somewhere above the top of the head, having a sense or imagining a globe of golden light, a really bright, glowing, warm globe of golden light just above the crown. And with your nice, calm pace of breath, the golden light just begins to melt ever so slowly, ever so gently into the crown of the head. And as it melts into the crown of the head, you feel a warmth spreading across the top of the head. You feel the glow of this globe as it melts into the crown of the head. Another breath here, breathing into this lovely warm feeling, this globe of light melting into the crown of your head. And very slowly, very gently, it begins to carry on downwards, down the kind of center line of your body, down into the forehead. So it's in the middle of the head, the space between the eyebrows. This warm globe, shining a bright light. You can feel the warmth and the calm that it spreads throughout that area of your body, through the middle of your head. Bringing all of your awareness to this warm globe. in the center point between the eyebrows, in the middle of the head. And as it gently begins to continue on its path down the center line of the body, as it melts through you, it comes to rest in the middle of the throat. Imagining this warm golden globe, warm like honey, shining its light in the middle of your throat. Breathing into that lovely space. Feel the warmth and the spaciousness of that globe within your throat. And then it begins to very gently, slowly continue melting down the center line of your body. Warming, glowing and cleansing as it moves, as it melts down, coming to rest in your heart space. This lovely, warm, glowing globe, filling the whole of your heart space, the whole of your chest with this warmth and love. Each time you inhale, you're receiving more of this light and warmth. Filling the whole of your chest, from the front to the back. And as it continues on its journey, really slowly, really gently, just a few more inches down, coming to rest in the stomach, just a couple of inches above the belly button. Feeling that warm glow, visualizing that globe of glowing love and warmth right in the center of your body. It's not just in one spot, it's filling. As you breathe, it's filling the whole of the center of your body. Front to back and to both of the sides. This warm, loving, sweet like honey, glowing globe. And with the next breath, allowing that to continue its journey, melting down through the center line of the body, coming to rest a couple of inches below the belly button. Beginning to fill the whole of the pelvis, the whole of the lower abdomen with this warmth and light, this loving feeling. Bringing all of your awareness to that area in your body and breathing in to the glowing globe deep in the center of your pelvis. Notice how the light breathes with you, breathes with your breath. Gently expanding and contracting, filling the whole of the area with its light. And with the next breath, allowing that to sink even further, right to the root of your body, the very base of your body. And allowing it to rest there. Warm, glowing globe, full of light, full of love. And as it finishes its journey here, just notice that center line of light all the way from the base of your body, all the way up through the center, through the abdomen, into the heart, into the throat, into the brow, and out through the crown of your head. Get a sense of that light shining all the way through the center line of your body, opening up the space, shining light and love and warmth right the way through the center of your body. Allowing that light to travel through the whole of your body, shining outwards, down through the arms, all the way down through the legs, to the ankles, the feet, and the tips of the toes. Lighting up the whole body. This glowing light within you, living and breathing through you, getting the sense of the whole body breathing. Knowing that this light is within you the whole time. All you need to do is bring your awareness to it, and it will shine. Gently bringing your attention back to the body breathing, the gentle rise and fall of the tummy or chest. Allowing any images to fade. Gently travelling back into the space, becoming aware of the body lying on the floor. Becoming aware again of the contact points of the body and the floor. The back of the head. The backs of the shoulders. Backs of the arms. The lower back, all the way down the backs of the legs, the calves, and the heels. Becoming aware of the shape of the body. Travelling back into your space in your room, wiggling fingers, giving the toes a stretch. Maybe taking the arms overhead and having a stretch. And gently transitioning from your meditation, from your position, maybe rolling over onto your side before coming back up to sitting. And the beauty of doing this at home is if you feel so relaxed, you can just toddle off to bed. So I hope you've enjoyed our meditation this evening. If you have, then drop me a note at some point, doesn't need to be now. And I'll be back here again next Friday evening. So have a lovely weekend and a nice peaceful sleep. Thank you for being in the space with me.